just finding something that really interests you
Yes.
is what's most important. Whoever, no, na nakausap mo, you should always be creating a win-win-win situation.
Welcome to Business and Chismis, where we uncover stories that make the hustle worth it. My name is Vanessa Caro, and today we are going to be focusing on the Limitless series powered by Eastern Communications. I'm so excited about this episode because joining us today, we have Rafa Garcia, Vice President and owner of Transphil Real Estate Development Corporation.
Hi, Vanessa. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me today. Thank you to Eastern Communications for inviting me for this
Absolutely.
podcast.
We're so excited to have you here together with Eastern Communications. And I've heard so many good things about you, but primarily because you've been a powerhouse in the real estate industry for quite some time. I'm curious, what made you get into real estate?
Okay, so what made me get into real estate actually was my family, no? Transfield Real Estate kasi is a family business. It's been around since 1973. It
Wow.
was started by my dad, Roland H. Garcia, and my great uncle, Hidalgo,
Yes.
Siling Hidalgo, no? So my lola gave them some startup capital. Told my dad and her brother, no, my great uncle, na here's some money. Why don't you guys start a business? And then they ended up starting Transwell Maritime. We actually started out as a manpower agency originally. And then it slowly transformed into a real estate company because we were shipping crews, we were sending engineers, skilled Filipinos to the Middle East. And then around 90s, that's when the company really evolved into a real estate company because we had also a bank, a small bank here in Manila that was lending out cash, no. But syempre there are some foreclosed properties na we have to sell. We end up building, we design and then built and then sold them instead of just selling them as lots. So nung 90s to early 2000s, doon talaga nag-start yung real estate business. But it really started out as a manpower agency. We were even moving LPG and oil. Kung ano-ano, pinasok ng dad ko and my great uncle to make ends meet for our company. Kasi, they really started from the ground up. Fast forward, no, I think around 2012, sometime around that time, my brother naman started working for the company, Dax. He's our president and our CEO right now. And fast forward a little bit more, 2017, I finally graduated from school. My dad offered me a internship position while I was waiting for graduation. And then my graduating ended up being a 8-month waiting. So I was an intern at the company for 8 months. Um, ayun,
Yeah.
na ano na ako.
It's a very rich history.
Hinigop na ako nung Transfil, hindi na niya ako pinaalis.
Right.
I just fell in love with their business, to be honest. That's what brought me to real estate.
And that's so interesting because sometimes you see people in the family business and they want to venture outside of the family business. What made you stay and what makes you want to continue your career in real estate? Because I know that you have a very high position within the company. How does it feel to be a leader in today's world?
Challenging, definitely. That's the first word that really comes to my mind
Yeah.
with leadership. Kasi leadership now, I mean, I'm a 30-year-old trying to also lead other 30-year-olds and younger and some more senior positions in our company that have been with my dad for a long time. It's kind of hard to establish too serious between too fun and just sakto.
Yes.
Creating a good decent enjoyable environment for all of my team members. Yun yung iniisip ko eh. Pero it's challenging right now, especially with considering all of the cost involved, diba? You're trying to survive, you're trying to profit, but you're also trying to take care of your
team. Correct.
Diba? So,
Right. And I love how you open it with it's challenging, no? Because not many people say, oh, sometimes they just say it's easy and they make it look easy. But in reality, business is quite challenging, especially in the real estate industry right now in Metro Manila, right?
For sure.
So, with all of that and everything that's going on around you within the company, how do you stay ahead of the curve with everything going on with the evolution of the real estate market?
I always try to remember what my dad, uh, I guess in this podcast, no, I'll be mentioning my dad a lot and
Yes.
my brother. Kasi sila naman yung naging inspiration ko ever since to to just do good in
Mhm.
general, no. So my dad always taught us he's a big fan of the Japanese culture kasi. So Kaizen, 'di ba? So he's always looking to make small incremental
Mhm.
improvements. So I think that's how Transfil stays ahead of the curve.
Right.
Parang even if we feel like some of our layouts, for example, for townhomes are very quote unquote optimal na, no, or
Mhm.
efficient,
Mhm.
um, we always try to look for something new to tinker with, whether it be a small outlet or a small switch or a small
So the
whatever
small
item,
details.
small detail.
Mhm.
Every single townhome that we produce, we're trying to improve them
Right.
even by 0.5%, by even by 2.20%, just making any improvements. That's how we really try to
And
stay
let's
ahead.
also highlight on that, no, because I've read somewhere that you've produced over 1,000 townhomes, right, in Metro Manila. Is that correct?
That's correct for our dad, no?
Okay.
So for our dad, he's done, I think, maybe about 1,200 units
Wow.
total, over maybe about 150 developments,
Mhm.
mainly in Metro Manila.
Okay.
Actually, all in Metro Manila, mainly in Manila, Cubao, Mandaluyong. For my brother and I, right now, since we started our journey technically in Transfield Real Estate Development, no,
Mhm.
started its journey in 2017, because it was a full partnership between Kuya Dax and I. Um, we've done 71 units since 2018 in over 16 developments.
Mhm.
We currently have about 8 ready for occupancy units. So, shameless plug na din kung may naghahanap ng
For those that
townhouse.
want to get their own townhome.
So the person that invited me here actually is my partner Jill. Um, so it only takes 22 minutes from Mandaluyong, guys, to get
Yes, there you
to
go.
Eastern Telecommunications Company headquarters here in Telecom Plaza in Buendia, no. So yeah, and then we have a lot of projects that
Mhm.
are upcoming this year. We have
Right.
a lot of projects that we
Exciting things happening.
have already locked in.
Mhm.
Fortunately, with some of our partners, yeah.
You know, Raf, it seems that you're a very intellectual guy, I have to admit.
Thank you.
Who is Rafa behind the scenes? What does Rafa do in his free time? I would love to know more because I'm sure our audience would love to know who Rafa is, who he truly is.
I love to spend time with my family,
Yeah.
no? Earlier part naman din I mentioned my family. So I enjoy time with my family. I have a daughter and my partner Jill. I also do love to play golf a lot. That's the family sport. I have a thing for trading again, no? Trading stuff. If you guys are
Trading a lot of stuff.
kung ano online, yan yung mga pinagkakaabalahan ko pag weekend or after work, I buy and sell stuff.
Mhm.
Kung
Yes.
anong pwedeng, anything that I'm interested in, I find a
Right.
good deal,
Mhm.
and then I flip it. So that
I know
piques
a
in
lot
my
of people
interest.
that are like that and they really love the thrill of being able to get a profit for, even if it's just a random thing, right?
So yeah, those it's Transfil, family,
Yes.
golf, and trading and SIVA, of course.
This is like the all around guy. Transville family, loves his family, loves to work. What else, Rap?
Yeah.
I think you're the whole package when it comes to everything, no?
I'd like to
Um,
think so.
so, Raf, you've graduated with a degree in management from De La Salle. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
So, were you always this driven growing up? And did you always want to pursue great things when you were, a young, budding professional since the beginning of time?
Um, I
It's okay.
would.
We can be candid here.
Yeah, it's something that my dad really. Again, my dad. No, it's really my
Yeah.
dad, and my mom also. In terms of business, because it was really my dad. But in terms
Mhm.
of life, it was my
It's your
mom.
mom,
So
right?
it's a different dynamic. But in terms of business talaga, my dad always encouraged me to um, start anything, start whatever. You know, we were fortunate kasi at the time when I was growing up, my dad was a bit more successful na, 'di ba? Our business was a bit later on into
Right.
the cycle na. We fortunately caught on onto the big gap up nung 2007 to
2007.
2020 before
Yes.
there was a big gap up for real estate that time eh. So we were fortunate to be able to ride that. So my dad always, you know, even maliliit na stuff like um my very first business was shoe doctor. So I was doing shoe cleaning in high school. I was
Wow.
importing shoes from the
Very
States.
resourceful.
Kung ano lang. I mean, pawis lang yun eh. Kasi my dad said always, and my mom also taught me na my allowance was only 200 per day eh.
Yeah.
Nung high
I can
school.
relate. I can relate to that. The 200
So, sabi
pesos.
nila, if you want something, kitain mo, di ba?
Oo.
Sabi ko, sige, kitain ko. Tapos, you know, I found something that I like. I like shoes. Tapos, sabi ko, I clean my shoes. Tapos, why can't I do this for other people?
So you were very resourceful from a young age. Now, you mentioned your dad a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Would you consider him as your biggest inspiration in life in allowing you to get to where you are today? Or is there someone else that you aspire to be?
Definitely my family in general.
Yeah.
Family is sa amin kasi family is very important. So I think my biggest inspiration definitely is not specifically just my dad, but my family in general.
In general.
My brother Dax, my mom Chacha, and my dad Roland. So that's
Family dynamics are very important to you.
for sure.
You mentioned earlier about your team and how challenging it is because you are a young entrepreneur and you have to carry out the responsibilities in maintaining and encouraging your team to be the best that they can be. What are some strategies that you use to ensure that they feel taken care of?
I think probably is leading with by example.
Right.
Is the number one thing with my team members. Parang so everybody feels like we're in the same boat. Really, it's really showing them that I'm willing to do, you know, some of the work. Also, I'm not willing to say. I'm not gonna say naman I'm doing all the work. Diba? Of course, that's not what's happening. But like some of the work that I generally, you know, wouldn't find myself doing, I would also try to learn it, to
Right.
do it, diba?
It's not always about them learning from you. You also learn a lot from them as well.
Like sa site, for example, biggest example ko dyan is if I tell my team na I want blocks laid this way,
Right.
parang the thing that we try to do also is the engineers, I tell them, if we're all doing a demo, you should be able to do the demo as well of laying the blocks, diba?
Correct.
Kasi we're the engineers, we're the team leaders of the site. If we're gonna tell our team members that we should be able to do it this way in a certain manner, diba? We should be able to practice that, diba? So
Right.
we try our best na we lead by example. So that's what I'm trying to work on pa.
And it's really modern leadership, no? And I really love that when I see people leading the company with team members that are eager to achieve what their leader sets them out to achieve as well. There's kind of a common talk right now that there is an oversupply of a lot of real estate properties. What do you think you could say about that for, you know, people that want to learn more?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could easily say na there's an oversupply kasi if you look at the condos naman talaga, diba? I mean, there are a lot of empty lights.
Right.
Sarah.
Yeah.
So it's not a big surprise, but it's not something to panic about. I think we're such a strong internal economy
Correct.
na
I'd have to agree.
we can
Yeah.
fend for ourselves naman. It's a matter of correction na lang eh.
Yes.
The developers need to just correct their prices. Kami kasi, to be honest with you, I'm willing to publicly say this na we've corrected our prices. We were siguro by maybe at least 7 to 10%. We had to correct because ano siya eh, you know, parang ito lang yung willing yung market na bayaran for your product eh. So if we're gonna talk about, you know, the economy right now, and you know, there's some people that's oversupply, it's impossible to get into real estate, it's impossible to do anything in real estate right now. Based on personal experience, I would like to disagree kasi I think it's all about positioning naman eh.
Right.
So if you're positioning your product, if you have a good product, number one, diba? Number two, if you're positioning your product well in terms of price.
Mhm.
And then lastly, marketing, diba? Syempre, a little marketing will always help. But if you have a good product that's priced well, I think you should be okay.
I think it's all about price sustainability. I mean, Filipinos, they love quality as well, and if we're able to provide that within the market, I think you know very well that it works well for the real estate industry. Now, there are a lot of people that want to open their own real estate company. What advice do you have for people that are interested, that may be starting from scratch, or maybe may have been in the business for a long time? What advice do you have for them, considering your family has been in the industry for many, many years?
Um, Siguro I want to share my biggest learning of the last 2 years. It's probably a very simple one,
Mhm.
and I think a lot of us can take away from this because a lot of people are such in a hurry
Right.
nowadays.
Yes.
I think it's just bite off what you can, diba? If you're trying to get into real estate, somebody offers you a contract, somebody offers you a job, somebody offers you something, right? In real estate, just make sure that it's something that you're able to, it's palatable to you. It's
Mhm.
something that you can kaya mong panindigan,
Yeah.
'di ba? Kasi that's one of the things nga that also our dad always taught us about real estate. Uh, you have to be able to keep up with your promise
Mhm.
sa buyers mo, sa customer mo, sa client mo, any of the stakeholders that you're dealing with. I think really is yung name.
Yes.
Kasi Manila is also very, very small.
Yes.
No, ang daling umikot ng
And the
balita.
reputation.
The reputation,
Mhm.
for sure, is a big thing. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, how has the digital age really impacted real estate as a whole? Because, we're with Eastern Communications right now and we are digitally interconnected. How has that impacted the smart home and the features that come with a home when purchasing a home? Does that apply to Transfil as well?
I think so, yeah. You see it a lot in new suppliers right now. Especially our shout out ko na din yung partners namin at Smart Home Philippines. Um, they're the ones that are helping us make our townhome smarter.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some integrations in switches, we have some integrations in outlets, we have some integration in security,
Yes.
CCTVs, electric fences, automatic gates, automatic doors,
Right.
burglar alarm systems.
That's a lot. That's fully equipped.
It's fully equipped. So it's nice to, I mean, honestly, there are things that you can live without.
Right.
Pero honestly, masarap din na merong ganun sa bahay.
Mhm.
Na, it's making life more convenient
Life
talaga.
easier, more comfortable. Raf, I'm going to fire a quick fire round because I think this is the time where we get to pick your brain just a little bit, and give our audience the opportunity to know whether these quick business ideas are going to be beneficial, for them. So, how do you maintain an open mind when dealing with property challenges, especially in the age of online reviews and digital loops?
Are we talking about feedback?
Just,
Feedback in
feedback. Yeah.
general?
Mhm.
Just keeping updated with
Yeah.
with everything, whether it be with other developers or other firms or even our internal comments, suggestions that we get from our brokers, clients,
Yes.
existing clients.
Mhm.
Those are the things that's keeping me busy.
Keep you going. All right. How do you maintain good customer service, especially for your valued customers?
Going back to my dad again, he always taught us really to create win-win-win situations. That's what we would always share with me and my brother. Na, whether you're dealing with a customer, a client, a supplier, the bank, whoever, no, nakausap mo, you should always be creating a win-win-win situation. And if anything, you should actually be willing to accept a little less for yourself
Yes.
if it means for the better of
Right.
the whole situation. I think that's how Transfil likes to do customer service. Na even if it's maybe a little bit beyond our scope, a little bit beyond,
You love to provide that
we
value.
love to provide the value that bumili ka ng bahay sa amin, bumili ka ng townhome sa amin, you bought your future home with us. We give back by trying to giving our best sa
I
customer
love it. It's
service.
all about giving back. Now, you have a strong network. How do you maintain those strong relationships with the people that you work with on a daily basis, your partners, your team?
Being chatty. I'm really madaldal. So I think I'd like to think I do a relatively okay job on this end na by being chatty, no?
Mhm.
Just sometimes it's just saying hello, hi, kamusta?
Right.
What's up? How are you doing?
Just talking them
Just
to them
talking
throughout the
and staying
day.
connected,
Mhm.
diba? And even sometimes a little bit personal. Oh, how's like this, like that at
Yes.
home, Also with our neighbors now, kasi we also live in one of our developments. We just moved there. I've been living in one of our. It's the first time that one of the family members lived in one of our products actually,
Mhm.
and we've been there for 6 months. And I've been enjoying my stay, and I'm learning a lot of things and interacting with our neighbors a lot.
And with everything going on in the Airbnb landscape as well, there are so many Airbnbs here today, especially in Metro Manila. How do we market the townhomes, or what are some strategies that you use to market your properties to the modern public, that want to invest in their first property?
Okay, so we've been getting into virtual reality, no, through our partners, DigiScript.
Okay.
So shout out to kina
Oh,
Ponzi
very modern,
and
virtual reality.
yes, sina DigiScript, Ponzi Alampay, and sina
Mhm.
Conrad, no, Alampay, who have been
Mhm.
helping us
Right.
with our virtual real estate models, no. So
Mhm.
basically what we do is we take 360 scans of our developments,
Yes. And your
and then
models.
our
Mhm.
models, our model units, and then we upload them to a link.
Mhm.
And then basically anybody around, even if for example you're in Mindanao or in Visayas,
Anywhere in
and
the
then
Philippines.
you're looking for, let's say, we've had clients, for example, buying houses for their kids that are studying here in Metro Manila, and then they end up leasing it after. Now they can look at the townhomes, the model units, without even having traveling
to
to Metro
the actual
Manila, to the
location.
actual location. So that's one way. Another way is we also have open space. So that first one is called Matterport. The
Yes.
second one is open space.
I've heard of Matterport before. It's very good.
It's really
Mhm.
good. So that's one of the things that we've been using for, I want to say, at least 6-7 years na now. Matagal na rin. Even pre-pandemic, may Matterport na din.
Yes.
But it was still up and coming at that time. Not a lot of developers. Maybe only Ayala and RLC, I think, ang
Yes.
natatandaan ko that had it. Besides us small boutique developers, no.
But I love that, no, because you are a boutique developer, but at the same time, you really give your property development and your team the tools to be modern, especially with everything happening in the real estate industry right now. Now, we have this segment called Pitcher Pass, Raf, and I
Okay.
would love to also ask you a few questions. So it's just let us know if you think it's a good thing to pursue or maybe not. So,
Okay.
all right, let's
Best effort, guys. Don't
Best
take my
effort.
financial advice on these, huh?
All right. So, offer a subscription based service for property maintenance and management with an app that allows homeowners and landlords to book services on demand. Picture Pass.
Already being done needs to be adjusted.
There you go. That's a smart answer. Market and specialize in eco friendly homes with smart technology integrations, including AI powered energy management and IoT enabled appliances. Picture Pass.
Already being done, but needs to become more efficient because it's still expensive.
There you go. Create immersive virtual reality experiences for home buyers to tour properties remotely, eliminating geographical barriers and improving decision making, which you already do. But does it need to be adjusted then?
It definitely is a pitch. If you are getting into virtual reality, it's one of the
Yeah.
things that would be nice to definitely get into.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to be refined because we do have the actual tour,
Yes.
but I have yet to use it for connecting it to yung mga goggles, like yung mga Apple goggles.
Use blockchain technology to streamline property transactions, ensuring secure, transparent, and efficient real estate deals with reduced paperwork and faster processing times. Pitch or pass?
I don't know enough to answer about blockchain blockchain.
Mhm.
So it's a maybe for me. But definitely based on the very minimal info that I have on blockchain, maybe it can help in terms of the admin work of
Right.
real estate, no? Maybe not so sa payment. Maybe in terms of payment kasi it's difficult to, for example, how will I pay you with 1 Bitcoin
Right.
in terms of value today versus what my
We
value
need
of,
to evolve further with that.
maybe that needs to evolve pa.
Mm-mm.
Pero in terms of blockchain, in terms of securing or speeding up the admin process, because one of the biggest things here in real estate, I would say, is the admin side that makes
Tedious. Mm-mm.
makes real estate difficult also
Mhm.
in the Philippines, is the admin side.
Right.
So transferring of titles, transferring of tax declarations,
Yes.
dealing with the different government agencies.
Mhm.
Maybe blockchain can help the government streamline all of these services for us.
Correct.
Diba? Maybe that's one way that blockchain could,
To centralize everything.
if there's anybody who's very familiar with blockchain, maybe you can work with the government to fix the process.
There you go. So our next question will be to offer an Uber-like service where buyers and renters can request an agent on demand via a mobile app, ensuring real-time property viewings and convenience. Pitch or pass?
Pitch. Ito, I think this one is something that the country needs.
Mhm.
I think we're very disorganized right now, no? In terms of property listings. Property listings can be posted by, it's unlike in the States, no? Not exactly, hindi naman, what's happening in the States isn't exactly nice either. But, there are some practices that they do that are, I think we can learn from, and
Right.
we can pick up. Like, their property listing is actually centralized.
Mhm.
Um,
Where
Ju-
everyone can view everything in one place.
spot,
Yeah.
right? And you only have to talk to maybe 1, 2, 3 brokers at
Yes.
most, and most of them are exclusive listings. Here in Manila, kasi generally it's kind of you try to get a lot of partners, diba?
Right.
And to market your product, no?
Yeah.
We work through a business to business model kasi where we get brokers, right? So maybe a platform that could help us organize,
Centralize everything, yeah.
create a more, not only for the seller side actually, or the broker side. I'm actually more concerned about the buyer side, kasi sometimes the
Yes.
buyer, the information that they get on their screen sometimes isn't accurate. Sometimes the price that they see is yesterday's price or last year's
Yes.
price, or
It's not updated
It's
when
not
it needs to be
updated.
updated regularly. Yeah.
and then there's so many platforms, na it's not it's something that needs to be worked on pa.
Something that needs to be worked on for sure.
But one last shout out. No, we also have friends that one of the platforms that's
Mhm.
working on this is One Property. No,
Mhm.
so if you guys are looking for any listings, you can also visit One Property PH. That's being run by our friends at Driven Realty.
Mhm.
Sina Lubar.
It's so nice that you work with so many different partners, no, for this. It seems that you're also very well connected within your industry. Okay, so we won't keep the audience waiting. Next question. Host free virtual workshops for first-time home buyers who don't know what they're doing, leveraging webinars and social media live streams to educate audiences while generating leads. So this might be a time for Transfill to also find new customers. Pitch or pass?
Definitely pitch. I think anything education related is good. So customer awareness, I think, is very lacking in real estate.
Yes.
Unfortunately, sad to say, madaming naloloko,
Mhm.
no? Nag-i-invest sa lupa, sa condo, sa any commercial space, anything in general, no? And it's not only in real estate naman na may naloloko, diba? So I think definitely anything that will benefit customer education in terms of real estate
Right.
should be done. It's not a small investment, even if it's a small condo, low cost housing, 1 million, 2 million pesos
No, it's not a
it's not a
small
small amount, diba?
investment.
So definitely I'm all for customer awareness, customer education, and
So we have a lot of the young generation also tuning into Business and Chismis who also want to become successful like you. What advice do you have for them that want to pursue their career and really are just, going after their dreams?
I don't want to come in with something super cliche naman or anything, but just do something that really interests you. I think it's through the our older gen say na
Mhm.
generally if you find something that's interesting talaga to your to your personality, to it really piques your interest, then it shouldn't feel like work. It won't
Yes.
feel like work. So yeah, I mean that's how I generally feel about Transfil. No, sometimes it does feel like work. I'm not gonna lie about that. There's some days it's really hell talaga.
Yeah.
Lalo na pag madaming problema sa job site. Pero yeah, it's just finding something that really interests you
Yes.
is what's most important.
And I
I'd say.
think sometimes a lot of people tend to divert their attention from, their important things that they're good at in life and try to go against the grain of something that they don't love doing. But once they really find their passion, they're able to go very far. Would you say that real estate is your passion, Raf?
I discovered that it was my passion. I
Yeah.
didn't know naman nung 2017, 2016 na ito na yun eh.
Yes.
Pero yeah, I slowly discovered it.
Mhm.
It grew on to me also. I mean, there was an inkling. Syempre,
Right.
there was always a calling naman because my dad, since I was a kid talaga. And my mom, ever since, no, my mom being an interior designer, always brought me to work, no, to
Yes.
I know all of their clients, this little guy who's always running around making kulit, making gulo, shoveling around gravel and sand on the side, diba?
When they're not looking.
When they're not looking, pushing around tables and furniture for my mom,
Mhm.
pretending I know how to fix flowers and
Yes.
arrange stuff. I just kind of grew up around it all my life between my mom and my dad. So
Kind of ended up being a no-brainer.
yeah,
Yeah.
parang when the opportunity came nung 2017, parang I was like, it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense naman din. Parang they asked me, the specific question was, do you want to continue the business? Do you want to be partners with your brother? Because I'm retiring.
Yes.
So
And at what age, if you don't mind, were you when they asked you to continue the business and whether you were interested in continuing it?
22, 21?
22.
Saktong I just got out of college.
Okay.
I was 2 years longer for college. So yeah.
But generally speaking, that's pretty young to ask someone, do you want to carry out the family business? But in your perspective, were you ready for it at the time?
Yeah, I mean my dad and my mom gave me the basic skills that I needed to be able to decipher right from wrong.
Yes.
So my dad always says then some things are just common sense. So, a lot of people ask me, how are you guys running the company na pareho kayo ng kuya mo na hindi kayo engineer, hindi kayo architect, pareho kayong, my brother's a Comtech student from Ateneo, I'm management from LaSalle.
Yes.
So, it's we had to be ready na lang,
Yeah.
basically. We had to be ready, and then we had to, figure our way out. We hired team members and team leaders that were
Also experienced.
that were helping us, guiding us with our decisions. So yeah, I mean that's how we were unready and became ready at the same time.
So, Rafi, you have so much going on for you. And, aside from business, aside from life, how would you like to be remembered, when you leave this world eventually? We always want to leave our own legacies. How would you like to leave your legacy? What would that be?
Wow, that's deep. But siguro foundationally as a person, I'd like to be remembered as a kind person, first of all. No?
I love that this generation also is like, first thing is kind, ha?
Kailangan I want to be known to be a good person first before successful, no? But yeah, and then of course, I'm gonna lie naman if I don't say na I want to be known as somebody na naging successful din sa real estate na nakapag-provide ng maayos na bahay, 'di ba? I mean, mga bahay, houses, townhomes that last 50, 60, 70 years,
Yes.
'di ba? That's what I want to be remembered for na long after we're gone, no? Hopefully our townhomes are still around. They're built long enough to be
Right. Built to last.
built to last talaga. So made for you, built for life is our tagline. So we make them for you, no? Although they're templated townhomes, you can customize them to your own preference, to your own lifestyle. And then the hope is we built them for life, no?
Right.
Pangmatagalan, it's generational. It's something that you can pass on to your
Your children.
kids.
Yes.
Diba?
Mm-mm.
Tsaka madami din kami mga ganong customers. Very fortunate kami na we have parents that are unit owners
Mhm.
now that are also, have kids that have kids na din.
Yes.
No, kailangan nang humiwalay sa
Nice to
townhouse
see
sila.
from generation to generation.
Not only passing on, but also purchasing a second or third
Right.
unit for their kids.
For their kids.
So it's nice to see that there's we're generating trust in our brand.
Raf, thank you so much for being on Business and Chismes with us. It's so reassuring to know that this is the future of real estate and that we have so many things to look forward to for Transphil Real Estate Development Corporation. Thank you once again, Raf. I hope you enjoyed your time with us today. And
Thank
once
you.
again, my name is Vanessa Caro and this is Business and Chismes. Don't forget to keep chasing your dreams.